Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the workout for this week. Equipment-wise today, you're going to need at least one band, if not two. If you only have one, err on the lighter side. If it ends up being too heavy, we can modify it at any time, so don't stress about that. So a couple of bands, you're going to need a pair of dumbbells for reverse lunges, preferably on the heavier side because we only have 30 seconds at a time. You will also need a kettlebell or a heavy dumbbell, either way. We're gonna do some rows and we're gonna do some alternating curtsy lunges. All right, guys, so getting into our workout. This workout is broken up into 2 exercises at a time. It's gonna help us transition a little bit faster. So our first block, we're gonna have a band exercise and a not band exercise. So start with a decently heavy band. I'm gonna take my red band to get me started here. And we're gonna be performing a band bicep curl with front squat. So feet are gonna be on that band about hip width. Each squat is gonna start with a bicep curl. So I'm gonna curl it up and I'm gonna hold the upper body right here, abs nice and tight, elbows locked into the rib cage, and then from there, I'm gonna sit back into my squat. So elbows come out in front to the knees, return, then the arms are gonna drop back down. So we have 60 seconds right here. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Curl them up, lock the abs in nice and tight, hips push back into the squat, return, arms back down. So every squat, it's gonna have a bicep curl, and then we're gonna squeeze that curl and hold it at the top. Keep going. The toughest part of this exercise should feel like the last couple of inches coming up right here. So squeeze the glutes, lock in everything nice and tight, then let the arms come back down. Squeeze it in, sit back in that squat, back to the top, and return. We've got 15 seconds left. Nice strong squat every time, chest stays tall. Last 5 seconds, then you're just gonna let the band go. We're gonna transition right into our walkouts with push-ups. So it doesn't matter if your feet are still on the band, touch those toes, walk out, nice big push-up, and walk it back, and repeat. For simplicity's sake, you can leave that band underneath the feet the whole time. It is not gonna mess with you. Shouldn't bother your walkouts. And if it moves out from under your feet, no big deal. We're just gonna keep moving here. Working on keeping those knees straight. Strong core into those push-ups. Using the nice big shoulder and arm muscles to get you back every time. Last one, so if you're on your feet, stay there. If not, come on back up and grab your band when you get there. So right back into that curl and press. Here we go. Bicep curl, sit back, squeeze, and release. A couple other things to watch out for. At the top, when you go to release your arms, you're only releasing the bicep muscle. So you're only allowing the elbow to straighten versus allowing the chest to fall and the hips to break. No broken hips for many reasons, but you want to keep everything separated so that every body system is having to work hard. We get about 10 seconds left. This is your last time on this exercise. Excellent. Give me one more in there. And release that band. We're right back into those walkouts. Toe touch. Walk it out, nice strong push-up. So if you can tell, trying to up the cardio here and work on those transitions by by keeping just 2 exercises that you gotta keep up with. And those 2 exercises, the goal is that you can easily put them together without having to walk away or get up and down or change equipment very much. 2 rounds on these, working hard, pushing that heart rate for 4 total minutes, and then we'll get a break. You're getting close, guys. 10 seconds remaining. Give me one more good walkout. One more nice push-up. And break. All right, guys, block 1 is done. Excellent job. Grab a sip of water. We're gonna get set up for block 2. So I want you to try to recover as much as you can right now so that your heart rate is back down and you're ready to go nice and hard for the next 4 minutes. Kettlebell is going to be the only piece of equipment you need unless you don't have a kettlebell, and then you're probably working with 1 or 2 nice heavy dumbbells. Our 2 exercises are going to be our alternating curtsy lunges from last week. So that's with that kettlebell either in the front squat position or rack position or hanging down low, either way. We'll be doing that alternating curtsy, pressing the hip out. Exercise number 2 will be our single side row with both feet on the ground. And then we'll half time on one side, half time on the other. So 4 minutes, no stopping, kettlebell in hand. Nice deep breath. We're going to take it either up in that front squat or rack position first. Hang on to it here for as long as you can. When you can't keep it there anymore, you can let those arms hang. But make this your challenge here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, curtsy lunge. Remember, we're stepping back and across. Nice big bend. Back together. Very good. Make sure as you sit, we've talked about kick that hip out to the side. Feel the stretch through what we call our glute medius, or the outside of the glute and the outside of the hip. Excellent. Remember, like we've talked about, make sure that you are not only crossing sideways, but that you're reaching back a little bit too. Focus on that nice big bend in the back knee. Last 10 seconds remaining. Give me a couple more. Excellent. Right into a row. Pick a side. One leg in front. Drop that chest down so you're nice and low. Here we go. 30 seconds. If the heart rate is feeling like it's in a really good place, relatively low, don't feel like you're having to work too hard yet, then pick up the pace on these rows and see how many you can do in 30 seconds. If not, focus on taking that nice deep breath in and blowing away as you pull. Take it in on the way down, in, switch sides. Right into it. Here we go. Nice big row. Full extension of the elbow. Try not to let the shoulder move around on you too much. If you were facing me, I should be able to see both shoulders in line the whole time instead of the rotating of the chest and shoulders, focusing just on that row. Nice, guys, we got 5 seconds. Give me one more good one. Bring it back up, right back into that kettlebell curtsy lunge. Here we go. This is where that heart rate's gonna get a little harder to keep up with. You may feel the need to drop those arms, that's okay. Every time you think, oh, I just gotta put those arms down, I just gotta let them go, try to give me 1 or 2 more before you release those arms. So we're working on challenging ourselves. 1 or 2 more reps than we think we can do. Good job. Hold those elbows in tight to the body. Big squeeze through the glutes. Almost there, I'm out of breath. Remember, 3, 2, 1. Breathless, but we're right back to our row. Hang in there, big deep breath in, and blow it away. 30 seconds on each side, and then we get that breather again. Remember, this is where we want to really push ourselves. Making that heart rate come up high, and then forcing it to come back down on our short break. Give me 2 more here, 2 more. 1 and 2, switch sides. As soon as you're there, here we go. Come on guys, 30 seconds and we get a breather. Push it hard, push it hard. Strong row, abs in tight. Using the feet to press into the ground. 10 seconds. Come on, stick with it, stick with it. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Good job, good job. Grab a sip of water. Take some nice deep breaths. Bring that heart rate back down. All right, coming up next, we have 2 band exercises. Your band is either going to be looped around the pole, which is what I'm going to use for filming simplicity. I'm going to wrap around that pole right there. Or you can use a band attachment. Everybody says that they have a band attachment or a pole or a column they can use. So go ahead and pause it if you need to. Take your band in, get it where you want it. We're going to be doing 2 exercises. We've got a row and a wood chop. At some point, everybody here has probably done a row or a wood chop. So these will be pretty easy to talk through. Band-wise on the row, even though it's a long interval, aim for something that's a little bit heavier if you have the option. If you don't have the option of heavy, you're just going to walk yourself back further so you have more tension. That's the nice thing about these bands. You have options. So for our low row, once I am stretched out, my band should be somewhere between my belly button and my rib cage, or right underneath my chest. So that as I roll back, my hands are going to meet my rib cage. Forearm stays pretty parallel to the ground. Shoulders down and relaxed. So no shoulders in the ears. Press them down and back. Okay, so we got 60 seconds here. Everyone should be ready to go. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pull, release. If you need a tempo guide on these, you're not sure how fast to go, take a deep breath. We're going to let that air out for 2 and in for 2. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. You can keep this pace for the full 60 seconds. You're probably going to end up with somewhere around 20 nice strong rows. Keep going here. As for your lower body, you want to make sure the knees are bent, abs are tight, hips are pushed back. So it's almost like you're trying to brace yourself, leaning back just a little bit as if you're sitting into a chair. If for some reason that starts to bother your low back, you can always take a stance of 1 foot slightly in front of the other. Just make sure that every now and then you do switch feet. We got 15 seconds left here. If you can, pick up the pace a little bit. Pull, release. Pull, release. Press through shoulders, down and back. Almost there. Looking at 5 seconds. 1 more. All right. Now we're going to turn sideways. You may need a lighter band for this. If you don't have another option on band, don't worry about it. So I am lined up, feet with my band, hips are turned away. I want to start with the band stretched out in front of me. What I don't want to do is be so far away that I can't start the band right here. I can't get it over there to start. So you may need to start nice and close to your pole, and that's fine. are tight, we are going to move only our shoulders. So my shoulders rotate and return. The head can go too. What I don't want to see go are your shoelaces, your knees, and your hips. So we have 30 seconds right here. If the abs are held in nice and tight and the glutes are squeezed, what you should be feeling is all the way across the middle, almost like an inner tube around your body. All of that should get nice and tight. Those are those obliques that we are rotating with. Hang in there, hang in there. If you have a band that is super heavy, bend the elbows in close to your body. Switch sides. We're just going to turn it around. Abs are nice and tight, nice and close. Rotate, release, rotate, release. You guys keep going, but listen as you go. So if you're facing me, I like to think about like my knees and my hips are my headlights on my car. So if I turn my headlights, I go off the road. So keep your headlights aimed straight ahead. And it should feel harder. The goal is for it to just use the core and the obliques and not to use the legs. 5 seconds. We're going to go back to that row. And switch. Right back into that row. Scoot back a little bit more if you need to for extra resistance. Walk it forward if you need to. Remember that we are doing a low row. So as you pull, elbows go low, shoulder blades go back, shoulders go down. You've got a nice long neckline. Abs and glutes are super tight. No movement from the upper body. Make sure you're not rocking forward and then leaning back. You don't want to use momentum. It's like the N word of exercise, momentum. Keeping it strong, guys. If you can, pick up your pace just a little bit. We got 15 seconds. How many rows can you do? Squeeze and pull. Awesome. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to switch bands because I have an option of something a little bit lighter. It's going to give me more range. If you don't worry about it. Your heavy band will work just fine. Arms stretched out in front. Abs in tight. Here we go. 30 seconds. Think about those headlights. For a lot of people, turning the head makes it harder to keep the body straight. So if you need to, pick a spot on the wall in front of you and think about your eyes, your belly button, your hip bones, and your knees facing that wall, facing that point on the wall the whole time. Last one. Turn it around. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Awesome, guys. Think about the obliques. Think about squeezing through the middle. Think about that tube that's wrapped around the center of your body. Tighten that tube nice and tight. We've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that man down. This is our last break. Grab a sip of water. Now we're going to change it up. And on our last round, we're going to drop down to 30-second intervals for each exercise. The only piece of equipment you need, a pair of dumbbells or one heavy dumbbell if that's what you got. We're going to start with just some reverse lunges. So dumbbells are at your side, abs are nice and tight. This whole block, we're moving fast and strong. We have 4 exercises, or 3 exercises. One exercise has 2 sides. 3 times through, and then we're all done. So standing nice and tall, shoulders down the back, abs in tight, alternating reverse lunges. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Dropping that back knee as low as you can. Those dumbbells go back with you. Don't leave them with your front leg. Take them back. Awesome, guys. Moving quick and strong. Press through that front glute. Every time you stand, squeeze it in. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set them down. No equipment. Single leg toe touch. Standing on my right, opposite hand, reaching for that foot, and stand. Keep it going. 30 seconds. You can take these as slowly as you want. We're focusing on our balance. So you have the big toe, the pinky toe, and the heel anchored into the ground. Slight bend in that bottom knee. Switch sides. And here we go. Anytime, woohoo! Anytime we are more tired, the balance is harder. So if you want a true challenge to your balance, keep it at the end of your workout. Legs are a little shakier, the feet and ankles are shakier. Last one coming up. Right into our jumping jacks or modified. 30 seconds. Kicking that heart rate right back up. Awesome, guys. Remember your modification if you don't want to jump. Just make sure the arms go all the way up. Feet and arms come all the way back together, down at the bottom. 10 seconds. Keep it going, keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells. Round two. Alternating lunges, deep breath. Here we go. 30 seconds. Round two, we're a little out of breath. A little harder to move. Legs feel a little weaker. Still nice big range. How close can you get to the floor with that back knee? 5 seconds. 3, 2, give me one more. All right, set it down. Single leg, standing on your left leg first this time. Here we go. Remember, like I've talked about before, this is not necessarily a single leg deadlift. What you do with your bottom leg, I don't care. You can bend it more and turn it into a squat. You can keep it straighter like a deadlift. Our goal is just that balance and movement on that leg. Switch sides. Finishing out round two on these single leg. I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't matter which leg I start with. The second leg is much harder, much more wobbly. Hang in there. Every time you stand, pull up really tight. Almost there. 5 seconds, then we're into that jumping jack position. Last one, jumping jacks, here we go. Whew, nice deep breaths. Big range, whether you're stepping or jumping, all the way up with the arms, all the way back together with the legs. 10 seconds. Come on, guys, stay with it. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells, last round. This is it, guys. Final round. 30 seconds. Here we go. You've got this all the way to the end. Nice and strong. Chest tall. Don't be lazy with that chest. I know you're tired. But keep going. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Set them down. Single leg, either leg. Here we go. Ooh, my balance is really off this round. Focus on that spot on the ground. Out in front. Abs in tight. Lifting up tall. 10 seconds. switch legs. Fight it hard, guys. Try really hard not to touch that foot. If you do have to touch it, it's okay. Not life and death. Pull it back in tight. Lift it up when you can. We are approaching 10 seconds to go. And then we're going to finish it out with our final round of jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Give me everything you got left. 30 seconds. Big and strong. Big arms. Big legs. Push out hard. Push out hard. Don't quit, guys. Come on, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Great job, everybody. Ooh, I hope that you are feeling quite a bit more tired than when you started, but a little bit stronger. So hopefully with the addition of the band work, as the weeks go on, you're gonna feel a little bit more core work going on, and especially a little bit more upper back, upper shoulders, between the shoulder blades, all those good postural muscles that we really want to pay attention to. So work hard this week, have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Good job, everybody.